What is going on, guys? Blake Dantino here. It's been a while since I've made an appearance on YouTube, but I've had a lot of questions lately. Blake, how do I calculate and track my calories and macros? So the sun is shining here in Melbourne. It is a beautiful day, and I've woken up with some motivation to make this YouTube video. I will try to keep it as interesting and as quick as possible because with the rise of short form content in the past couple years, such as TikTok, IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, people's attention span is just decreasing very quickly. But having said that, please watch the whole video, even take down some notes if you have to, because this video is going to help with your nutrition, which will help with achieving your fitness goals. So I hope you enjoy it.
I'll be honest with you, I am such a perfectionist when it comes to this content creation game. It's probably the 40th attempt I've taken at trying to start this video, but let's get to it anyway, no more retakes. So the most important thing, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, I'm only joking. I'm just not funny. The most important thing that you need to understand about calories and macros is that yours is going to be completely different to mine and everyone else's. And this is why I'm not a huge fan of those full day of eating videos that are being uploaded to both YouTube and even Instagram. Don't get me wrong, I will post those in the near future. So I don't want this video to come back to bite me. But something that I have learned since I've launched my fitness business about 1.5 years ago and working with clients one-on-one is that what might work for someone probably won't work for somebody else. And the way you get your own calories and macros is based off on your age, your height, your weight, your gender, and even your activity levels. Now, the reason why I've started this video talking about this topic is that I get a few Instagram DMs from people saying, hey Blake, loving your stories of, the meals that you're posting. I've been following them to a T, but I'm still not losing weight. And as I mentioned, the reason why is because everyone has their own calories and macros. So I thought that I would just bring that up at the start of this video. Now, the first thing that we must do is that we must get our calorie target that we need to be hitting on a daily basis. Now, you can get this two ways. You can get it through a formula, which I've never done it that way, so I'm not going to talk about it. Or you can get it through multiple websites. Now, recently, I've added a calorie calculator to my very own website, and this is free to use. So I'm going to explain it, how to do it this way. So if you just want to jump on your iPhone or even computer, if you're going to do it that way, and I will put it in my right-hand corner, just what I'm seeing on my iPhone here. So if you want to go to my website, which is blakedantinofitness.com, let me just put the screen record on so you can see. So once you are on the home page of my website, I want you to click the 3 lines on the top left-hand corner. That will come up with a series of options. Can you please click calorie calculator? When it decides to load, come on. I think it's my Wi-Fi. As I said, no retakes, so this is going to be live and you'll be watching it. There we go. All right, so it's just going to ask you a series of questions. As I mentioned before, this is all needed to determine your own nutritional needs. So I am a male. I am 25 years of age, even though I look 18. That's what everyone says. Height, I am 171. Weight, I am around 72 last time I checked. All right, so step 2 is very important, and this is your activity levels. Now, a lot of people, when they choose their activity levels, they think they are far more active than what they actually are. And this actually stuffs up how many calories you should be consuming. So for myself, I'm active. So I play soccer and I go to the gym and I do a lot of walking. So that would put me around the active mark, which is daily exercise or intense exercise 3 to 4 times a week. If you are unsure on this, please choose the lower level. Now, step 3 is important as well. You want to select your goal. Guys, you want to get very clear on what your goal is. So for me, I am going to be going through a weight loss phase soon because with summer approaching here in Melbourne and the warm weather, I want to lean down a bit, I want to get that beach body ready. So I'm going to click weight loss. There we go. And lastly, for me to send you those calories and macros, all I will need from you is your name and your email address so I can send that to you. So if you just want to put that in, I'll put mine in now. And press calculate now. So those should be sent to your email. Just check your junk mail as well, as I'm finding from other people who are doing this that it's going in there. So please check that. Now, when it comes to tracking your calories, we're going to go inside into the kitchen and I'm going to explain it there. All right, guys, once you have received that email from myself, which will contain how many calories you should be eating on a daily basis, and also with a recommended macro split, if you could download MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is a great app that I have used for many years now to track my daily intake. It has taught me so much about how many calories are in certain foods, such as an avocado or even a porterhouse steak that I just didn't know before I actually tracked it. Now, you don't have to track for years on end. When I am working with clients, all I ask from them is to track for, a couple of months just to see how many calories they are actually consuming, because a lot of people, when they are trying to lose weight, they think they are in that calorie deficit, but really they're not. And when they do track their intake, it's a bit of a wake-up call for them. So when you are in the homepage of the app, if you can click on more, and then go to goals, and then under nutrition goals, you want to click on calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. Now, where it has calories, if you could enter in the calories that I have assigned to you via that email. So for me, it was 2,300 as I'm trying to lean down a bit as the warm weather is approaching here in Melbourne. Now, when it comes to your macronutrients, which is your carbohydrates, your protein, and your fats, I have also within that email given you a recommendation, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. So usually I like to stick to a 40% carbohydrates, 30% protein, and 30% fat ratio. So as you can see on my screen here, that's what I've done. So once you have done that, we are going to click on diary and start tracking your food intake. So this can be easily done. So for example, dinner tonight, I can easily just scan what I'm having, and that is pasta. And that will just come up there. So as you can see, it's very easy to track. Having said that, there might be times where you need to weigh your food. As I said, you don't need to do this for years on end. Just do it a couple of times just to see how much you are actually consuming. Because a serving size of 100 grams, everyone's plate of pasta is going to be different. So that's the only time when I recommend to actually weigh your food. So I'll just enter that in there, and you can do that for the rest of the day. So just a few tips that I need to bring up before we end this video is that the protein that I have given you in the email is definitely on the lower end of things. You can increase this number if you like. I like to keep my protein around 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And you're probably thinking, Blake, what the hell does that mean? So I will show you how to calculate this now. So let me just get this up. So use a calculator on your phone, or if you got the old-fashioned one, you can do it that way. If you just go to calculator, enter in your weight. So I am 72 and I'm just going to times this by 2.2. And that equals around 160 grams of protein that I need to be hitting on a daily basis. So do the same for yourself. Now, just a few things on macros. All of them are very important. You know, carbs will give you fuel. Protein will help with muscle building and recovery and helping you keep more full throughout the day, especially if you're trying to lose weight. When it comes to fats, a lot of people avoid this because they hear the words fats, but that is just not true. Consuming or eating too many calories for what your body needs is what makes you gain weight. So definitely don't shy away from including healthy fats into your diet, such as, avocado, fatty fish, cooking oil, almonds and nuts. They are all good for you. One last tip before we do end the video. I hope I'm not boring you already, but all these calorie calculators that you will find, including myself, they are all just recommendations. They do not take into account, individual and everyone's specific lifestyles. So what I mean by this, if you are, following a certain number of calories per day to lose weight, and after 3 weeks you jump on the scale, you're not losing any weight at all, well, that means that you need to decrease the calories that you are eating, or you need to increase your activity. So that could be through more walking or doing some more cardio at the end of your gym session. I really hope this video helped. If you have any, questions at all about this, feel free to leave a comment down below, message me on Instagram. I will get back to you. If you could hit that like button, if you found the information valuable, if you could subscribe as well. See you in the next one.
Sorry guys, just thought I would jump in here because as I was doing the editing, I realized that I needed to bring up a couple of more points. The first one is, with that protein recommendation that I just said, this is not going to be for everyone. If someone, for example, if someone weighs 130 kilos, well, I don't recommend them eating that much protein because that will come to around 300 grams and that is just way too much. So they will need to lower this. The other point is that protein is the most important macronutrients. So you can definitely play around with your fats and your carbs. As I mentioned in the video, all are very beneficial. So don't go too low on either of those. I hope the video helps and I will see you on the next one.